Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Review.
So I'm taking a look at the top 7 currently released characters from Marvel United and tell you my top 7 favorites based on their playing. So number 7 will be Black Widow. I find her to be the least helpful. She has a lot of these cards that just kind of do one thing. A lot of her is going to be on this Interrogate card. So if you like this card, you probably place it a little bit higher. We're going to the top card of the Master Plan deck and place it on the bottom. I feel like she's a support character. I feel like that she has a lot of cards that can be found other places. And a lot of her cards only have one icon on them. So here's 5 of them I'm just showing you right now with one icon. Here's a 6th one with just one icon. And that's not kind of the wild card, which would be 7. So, probably the least useful. If you like to Interrogate, maybe you like it a little bit better. This lets her take the top card of the Master Plan deck and place it on the bottom if she wants. If you like that sort of thing, she may be higher, but to me, she is the least useful of the set. Number 6 is going to be Venom. I find him to be the least useful. I can get a lot of his powers from Captain Marvel and the Hulk. You can see a lot of punching that he's going to have. He can move to any location and punch there. That's a very handy card. This kind of, maybe I should have put him a little bit higher, but there's some really good cards out there. But he has a lot of this where he can do things on his own, but doesn't necessarily help the team very much. He's only given one icon, even though he's getting 3 himself. He can draw back up. Iron Man can also do that. So for me, it wasn't enough here. I can get kind of what he wants from more powerful from Captain Marvel or the Hulk. Iron Man has some of his powers. Of course, it's all in one place, but wasn't enough speciality that I thought he should be higher. So number 6 is going to be Venom. Number 5 is going to be Iron Man. Iron Man is kind of unique. He can do a few things. So he's got some good punching here. You can see he can give away some tokens to other people, so he can give punches to other people, which is really handy. He would be a little bit higher. Captain America can do a lot of that, but he gives wilds away, so I couldn't put him above him. You can draw back up to 3, so he's very hard to die if you have this card. Venom also does that. And then you can give the movement tokens away, which is really super nice. All these cards and all these people have a lot of pluses and minuses, but I would probably put Iron Man here at number 5. I just feel like what he does, perhaps Captain America does just a little bit better. Instead of having unique things, you have a wild card with Captain America, so I would pick him over it, and I'll speak about the rest later. My number 4 is going to be Captain Marvel. Now, I do like Captain Marvel a lot, and this is really hard, because I was going to pick Captain Marvel and the Hulk. They have some similarities here. Now, what I like about Captain Marvel, she's very, very good about hitting stuff that are adjacent to her. She's very, very good. So it's a much more well-rounded character than the Hulk, who I'm going to pick later. I'll go into the Hulk, why I picked him a little bit higher. She does have some heroic actions, and this is a pretty good deck of just a mix of things. So you have a double punch. You have a double heroic. You got the move in the heroic, a double move. Very versatile. She can hit adjacent to herself, which I like quite a bit. But only she can do it, so it doesn't really help other people. You're just giving one icon to somebody else, which I'm not a big fan of, and there's 3 of them like that. So yeah, while she has that powerful thing, she's not really a team player and help the other people very much. Lots of single icons in here, and that's why I brought her down a little bit, but you can tell 4 is pretty high. I do like Captain Marvel. I feel like she's very useful in games because of that adjacency that she can do, and that's Captain Marvel. Now, number 3 is going to be the Incredible Hulk. Now, he's very similar to Captain Marvel, and there's going to be a lot of punching in this, but you can see he has some of these movement things which aren't very useful, except for the power that's on them. And I would say, you have 3 of these in here, these Hulk Smash. And I say, once again, he's probably a must for Taskmaster, which is why I put him up so high. Because Taskmaster's the hardest, and having Hulk helps out a lot, because he can deal damage to everything in the location. Then you discard all this. So you can clear out a location pretty easily, which is very handy against Taskmaster when trying to get those crisis tokens there. And he damages everything, which I assume to be even the crisis tokens. So it's a very, very powerful guy here against the most powerful bad guy. So I had to put him up there. I feel like this is not as helpful against Ultron and not as helpful against Red Skull, because you don't necessarily want to run off those civilians. But you gotta give him props for being very powerful against the most powerful bad guy. So that's the Hulk, number 3. Number 2 is going to be Captain America. It's a little bit of a surprise to me. He's my favorite character. But what I like about him is he has a double punch, but he has a lot of the heroic actions that you're going to have. So if you want to get heroic actions off the board, he is your man to save civilians and to get those off, and he can be very powerful. What I like about him also is he gives these wild tokens to other people. And he's going to have a few cards like that has leadership on it that can give away the wild cards. I can give a lot of options to the other players and what they're able to do. You're going to have a nice movement, you're going to have nice attack, and you're going to have the heroic actions with the wild cards being put away. puts him right up there. This guy could be number 1 to me. He's that good to have on the table as you're playing, and that's Captain America. Let's go leave our number 1 character to Ant-Man. There's a few reasons why. I really like this Quantum Leap. So being able to play your double wild and then be able to get it back. He's the only character I know of that can do that. He can swap those cards out. It's very popular. I also like this Grow. Now, he can do this really big punch. He's the only person that can do like 4 icons at a time, right? So he can move, punch, move, and then plus whatever was played before him. It's going to be really good against some of those bad guys, especially the final boss that you want to get. He also has an extra wild card in his deck. He cannot take any damage, so if you're getting ready to die, he can prevent damage to himself. And I find him to be a very, very powerful card. Somebody people may overlook, because, it's Ant-Man. But if you're able to utilize him and play him, I find he is the most powerful player in the deck. Now, you may decide that somebody else is the most powerful. I'd like to see your comments below to see what order you would put these people in, but this is the order that I chose. After about 15 or 20 plays of this, this is what I thought would be the most powerful, and what I like, maybe it's just poor my playing style, maybe Black Widow is your number 1, but this is the order I put it in. If you don't mind giving this a thumbs up, if you liked the video, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.